Ed Orgeron on with the boys this morning in his usual Monday spot. Had a lot of nice things to say. Had a lot of players that he wanted to single out, and he started out with the quarterback.
Miles has worked very hard, been very loyal to LSU, has a strong arm, and he's a very good quarterback. And he made some adjustments in his pocket presence. He slid up in the pocket. He was a lot more patient. He threw the ball when the guy was open. I thought he did a tremendous job from week 1 to week 2. And I think you're going to see a quarterback that's going to improve every week.
He would later go on to attribute Miles's, I don't want to say struggles, but the things that he didn't do as well in week 1 to nerves.
A little bit of both. Not a lot of experience. Not wanting to make a mistake, and there was too much pressure. I mean, Mississippi State was coming after us. It was different. The Vanderbilt did not give us all the pressure that Mississippi State did. So I think it's a combination of pressure and a combination of just experience.
You remember your first game for LSU? The first start for LSU was going through your head. You're kind of spinning a little bit.
My first game, Oregon State, I didn't necessarily get to start, but I played a bunch in that game, and it was everything was spinning. I had a chance to block a punt. I break free and didn't panic, but almost was so shocked that I broke free in the A gap that I stopped just a little bit and barely missed the block punt. Just things like that. Like if you give me that opportunity, game 3, well, I'm running straight to the punter. I'm blocking that punt. But in the first game,
so it's your fault LSU didn't cover.
You're still mad about a cover in 2004?
I'm not.
We won the game, Hanny.
3 missed extra points.
Thank God. The guy won the Groza Award the next year.
The next year. No, I didn't have anything on that game, but I do remember that LSU was a pretty significant favorite and won by a point.
Yeah, you don't sound bitter at all.
I promise you, I had nothing to do with that game. Miles, the Orgeron also very high on John Emery's performance.
Yeah, now he's an ever down back. He can be down in there third down, first down, second down. We need to throw the ball to him more out the backfield. The guy is a tremendous athlete. I'm very pleased with the coaching of Kevin Falk. Kevin coaches pass protection. Every time you go to his individual, they coach him pass protection first. That's how Kevin learned it at the Patriots. And we're just pleased. I'm pleased with John that he's got bigger and stronger in the weight room. He's all around back now.
I can tell you that's something that I noticed in the game. And it was something that he struggled with a year ago. And I've told you this before, a lot of backs struggle with pass protection the first time out in high school. You don't have to do it. You're the best player on the field, so they don't ask you to stay in and block. They try to get you out, free release, get you the ball in space. Well, in college, they're going to ask you to block. And it's something he struggled with. He did a really nice job of switching up when to stay up and when to cut block. You don't want to become someone who has a tendency to always cut block, because if you do that, they're going to play the cut, they're going to get to the quarterback. I thought it was a nice change of pace. I'd say out of 6 times, I think there was 2 cut blocks, and they stayed up on 4 of them. So that's very important that you don't just trust your cut, because I've seen more guys who do that. Then you start diving at their ankles and not their knees, and it can really be a mess. You're going to get your quarterback hit. So I thought he did a really nice job. And Kevin Falk's one of the best you'll ever see at pass protection. So you're learning from that guy. That's going to go a long way.
It's his physicality in both pass protection and the ability to run through the tackles, the biggest upgrade in his game.
We didn't say he had that, because what did we talk about in the offseason? Get him the ball in space?
In space, yeah.
Right? He's elusive. We've seen him catch a swing pass, make a guy miss, and go get to pay dirt, right? Well, not only this game, but Mississippi State, go back and watch that tape. He ran tough. I think he's averaging right now close to 6 yards after contact. I know he was well over 5 in the Vanderbilt game, and I think the Mississippi State numbers are actually even better than that. That's not something that we counted on from him. The other 2 backs, the big backs, well, yeah, that's what you count on. If he can give you that, that's going to go a long way, because we know he can do the other part of it. And we've talked about running back by committee. You can still have that, but if you're LSU, you'd love for John Emery to go take that job. He's the number 1 running back in the country for a reason.
Orgeron also heaping some praise on Eli Ricks.
He was much improvement. Obviously, having Derek Stingley back made the difference in our defense. I think it calmed everybody down. It calmed the corners down. They played with more confidence. We didn't have a lot of missed assignments. We didn't have any big deep balls thrown on us. There wasn't a lot of crossing routes that were completed. I thought our coverage was very well. I thought both did a great job of game planning. Elias Ricks had a bunch of interceptions in high school. He was the number 1 corner coming out of high school out of modern day, and that's what he did. He was a ball hawk, and he's going to continue to do that. Now, he has to get better as his technique and his assignments. Again, he's a freshman.
2 interceptions in 2 games, both of them on nice plays on the ball. He's going to get his opportunities. Mm-hmm. They're going to go away from Stingley as much as they can. He has the opportunity to, in a 10-game season, put 5, 6, even 7 interceptions on the board with the start he's off to.
You're exactly right. And Derek Stingley Jr. is in the opposing quarterback's head before a ball's even snapped. We heard the Vanderbilt quarterback when they asked him about Derek Stingley and trying to test him. He's like, man, it'd be cool if I could get one on Derek Stingley Jr. The way that guy's playing, almost like that he was an amateur and Stingley was a pro, right? And so we know that that's already in their thought process. He's going to get his opportunities. And there was a lot of growth from week 1 to week 2. I think he learned, okay, I can't, in man coverage, I can't lose sight of my receiver and go jump up and make a one-handed interception at the SEC level. I could do that in high school. And he got burned once, and I think he learned his lesson.
Orgeron also very happy with the play, and we talked about this a little bit yesterday, of Jaquelin Roy.
Very pleased with the play of Jay Roy. I think that he had a great week of practice. He's lost some weight. He's got in shape. He has a great attitude. He looked like one of the best players on the field at some times on Saturday night, and I think that you're going to continue to see some improvement. Joseph Evans, very pleased with his play. Neil Farrell's making some plays. I'm very pleased with the pass rush. I think our pass rush is right where it needs to be. Really pleased with Travez Moore. Came in there and got a sack and got some pressure. So got some guys that can play up front.
Orgeron's very specific in his critiques of who's in shape and who's not. Mm-hmm. And it's not always just about weight. I remember when he got on Jamar Chase as a freshman, said he's not in shape. Certainly looks like he's in shape to me. Yeah. For Roy, he's listed at 302. He may be a little bit lighter than that. Yeah. He may be a little bit under 3 bills. He can move, Cat. I mean, you look at him, and he's taller, but he's got that wiggle a little bit. The moves, the hand fighting. Little bit taller, but he reminds me a little bit of a young Booger McFarland when McFarland got here he got in 95, and there was one year, I think it was his junior year, that he played really slimmed down. Like he probably played at about 290, and boy, he just had it was like trying to block a greased bowling ball. Yeah. You just couldn't get a hand on him. Roy's got a little bit of that.
He reminds me of one of my former teammates, Claude Roten.
Yeah,
he's got a lot of Claude Roten into him as well. So if your back's to the offense, there was a play where they ran to the right side, and he came off the defensive line, and he was sprinting to come be in on this tackle, and you could kind of see the athleticism in that one play. And I'll get that cut up, and I'll put it on our Twitter page because it's one of those plays that Coach O was looking for. He was looking for one of his defensive line to be able to make a play like that. So that was impressive, but his push in the pocket was just as impressive because you can be that athlete, but if you're a little light in the pants, they're going to push you around. He didn't allow that to happen.